Thank you for watching Not My Bag.
If you're watching this, make sure to like and subscribe.
If you're listening, give a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
We went to a weird Amazon event. Do you remember that? It was really cool, but it was like 3 different sets where you saw Ray.
Oh, we saw Ray.
Guys, we've had a weird year.
I've actually seen so many artists this year, which is so cool. Like Harry Styles, Lil Mix, Adele. Adele, I cried the entire... Adele was so funny. I turn up... I don't know if I can say this, I'm going to say it. I turned up with my ex at the time, and then Adele started playing us sad songs, and I thought, yeah, it's over, really. I stood next to him, but it's over. And so I was crying the whole time. And this lovely lesbian lady from the US grabbed my arm. She saw me, because what I did was I was crying so much, I put my glasses back on, and then she grabbed my arm, and she was like, are you okay? And I was like, no. I don't think I fucking listened to one lyric. And then, oh my God, then that lady died. A lady died in front of me, Adele.
No, that's being real. Like, you're being real, aren't you? Like,
yeah, so basically, this was bad. This old lady, there's probably footage of this online. This old lady's in front of us, and then Adele starts a song, and she collapses. Everyone's like, like medics over here, whatever. Like, and then, oh my God, this is awful. Someone started doing chest compressions on her, and I was like, oh my God, this is fucked. And then, when the people came over and Adele stopped the concert to get her out, the family just stayed. And
I remember you saying that.
I know the tickets are in demand, and I know it was Hyde Park, but if that was my mum, I would have been straight. You know what I mean?
Well,
if it was I would have done. I would have been like, look, can you finish Hello? Then get me in a car.
Can you finish the song and then get me a car?
It was terrible. It was very intense.
We also, like, last year I went to a couple of concerts as well. Like, I went to Creamfields with my friends, etc. But we also went to Wireless.
Oh my God.
And I'm sorry, guys.
Guys, look, I normally love the lineups, and I love that sort of music 100%.
Never again.
But it was hell.
It was hell. No, it was
guys.
It was hell.
Guys, apparently before we got there like 3. The gates had been stormed
with 5,000
people.
There was
like tons of people in there that didn't have wristbands. Were just kind of like there to see Nicki, who was disappointing, but we'll get onto that. And we turned up, and we had like the VIP area things. We went with a brand, so we had to like basically check in and do all this stuff with the brand.
Yeah.
And we turn up, and the guy's just like, yeah, just head in. No checking he just said head in. I thought he was fucking having a laugh.
It was like almost scary. Like, there was fights breaking out, and normally you think, let's run away. People running towards the fight.
Yeah,
it was like,
there was fights. People like, let's go join in. Guys. I was backed up to the fences. Like, I can't do this. Then we saw Nicki. And look, I'm such a Nicki Minaj fan. I've been for years. I've seen her live so many times, and this woman did not want to be there.
No, she came out half an hour late.
She came out half an hour, and she was like.
And then she was like,
just like not even rapping or anything.
Anaconda.
And I was just like, do you know what? I know it was a hot day.
It was a hot day, but there's no excuse.
But no, that was, do you know what? That wasn't the fondest of memories, and I don't think I'll be returning next year.
No, honestly, guys.
We need a better Wireless. They need to do Wireless somewhere this like...
Wireless Spain.
Please. Okay. I
want to go to
Wireless Spain. Okay.
I feel like another big thing that happened maybe like a couple of weeks after this was I went out with Jet2 to Magaluf, and this is how I got my 2
We all
tattoos.
went together though, didn't we?
Yeah.
But me and Grace went on a different trip.
Joe went on a different trip with another brand, and like me, Max,
Mine
I took
was
my friend.
like a thingy, wasn't it? Like a spiritual
Like recluse?
escape.
Is that
Retreat.
Something like that?
No, recluse is like where you just sit in by yourself.
Not a recluse, a retreat.
Although I have turned into one of those.
Yeah.
No, mine was like a couple's escape, and George's one was like party hard.
Party every night, beach party during the day, go out in the night, 3 a.m. tattoo.
Nipple piercings.
Oh my God, I witnessed
shit food.
I witnessed someone getting nipple piercing. The food, honestly, I probably had one meal the whole 3 days I was there. But it was, honestly, that holiday was so good. So good.
Well, at least you got memories on your ankles.
Exactly.
Which will fade.
I've got 2 tattoos that are already going green that I will never get rid of.
I was just trying to think of other funny things that have happened. I thought we invited Grace over to our family house in Essex.
Oh my God.
And Grace was spangled. I think we found her at one point up against the kitchen cupboards.
Literally on her phone, like trying to like,
she was like
regain her breathing. She was that like,
Yeah.
she was like...
And my favourite thing was, she turned up and she was like, me and Billy will have rosé. And I think they went through 6 bottles.
But you also posted a video and it got like 8 million views, didn't it?
Yeah, we were playing Drinkopoly with the fam and Grace.
Yeah. Also...
That was nephew. Because my mum said that we
porn
said
she
what
watches.
porn category would you be interested in, and my mum said nephew.
Very sorry to our nephews. Do we have any nephews?
I don't know. We don't have nephews.
Mum does.
Mum would have a nephew.
Mama has
That
a
would be our
nephew.
cousins.
Oh, we also got to see, which I am so grateful for, my favourite band of all time, Coldplay, at Wembley.
Yeah, that was good.
That was, honestly, that was absolutely insane. Everyone had the wrist things on. I literally, there was moments of it where I was going to cry. And even Joe, right, was like getting his phone. I'm like, oh my God. It was
do you know
insane.
what?
It was insane.
As a gear man, it was fun. Like,
No.
it was like. Do you know what it was? Do you know what it was?
You enjoyed
This
it.
is how I would describe seeing Coldplay as myself. Yeah. You know, like when you go to a pub and you've had a few drinks and then Mr. Brightside comes on and all the straights are singing their heart out and you think, do you know what? I might join in the chorus just to feel a bit, join in a bit.
Don't violate
That is
it.
what Coldplay felt like to me. I was like, do you know what? I wouldn't normally do this, but it was fun to
The vibes
relish
were good.
in the moment.
The
yeah.
vibes were really
Plus,
good.
the chicken tenders at Wembley were really nice.
It did cost me 25 quid though.
So that is, and the pick and mix. So do you know what? It weren't bad.
Yeah. No, honestly, that was one of my highlights. Seriously, Coldplay was insane. So good. We also then went to Sports Fest. That was a couple of weeks after, where you was actually really ill. I enjoyed it. Why am I lying?
No, the event
I've
itself.
got a picture of the Pyla from the event,
No,
and it was
the
so
event
good.
itself was great, right? The Pyla was sick.
Unreal.
I think what we have to remember here is that I am not a sporty person. And I don't know why I said, let's go Sports Fest, but we did. And all it was for me was a day of back sweat,
Oh, awful.
nervous sweats, nervous shits, and then a party that sent me west and I had to leave.
Joe had to leave.
I was
yeah.
very poorly.
It was fun overall.
I think it was the Pyla.
It was definitely a bit more of a me event than you.
Oh yeah, you were loving it.
Yeah.
All the space hopping and the running about
All that
and the
and
fucking
shit and-
spraying of shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I was not enjoying it.
But look, overall, I think it was another fun event.
But no, it was a fun experience.
Like we were on these, so we were all in team colours and we had our own buses in the colours. Do you remember? Like I was
yeah, no, it
purple
was
team.
great. I loved waiting for George Clark for 3 hours.
Okay, Joe. Anything
Punctuality.
To a T. Joe, we've got this that happened as well. Wait, let me
Oh Jesus Christ.
let me find you a.
Oh Jesus Christ. This truly is like. How can I sum up what George just showed me? We went to a wedding.
This was in August, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Right in about August.
And it just got very messy, didn't it?
yeah. Lots of drink. Like we turned up
Drinks
late.
were flowing. I was asking the bar people. I was saying, look, I don't really like mixer. I don't know why I said this. I was asking them to pour like quadruples in the
then
like,
giving us,
fishbowl
like, fish
glasses
bowls,
and then
yeah.
just topping it with lemonade. We were slaughtered, and it just got very messy, didn't it? You liked the wedding buffet, didn't you? I think the options were beef, lamb.